Alright, everybody, what's going on, man? It's your boy Joe with the Drunk3n Sports Podcast. This is episode 4. I got a special guest today, my boy Rock.
What's good, Joe?
Good, man.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad to have you. We're going to dive right in because you see what he got on. You see what he got on, man.
Big Nick on my body.
Big Nick
on my body.
Mr. Kip Nick. So let's talk about your Knicks, man. What's going on?
Perfect time to talk about it because I've been talking about it for the past week, man. I'm a realistic fan, so that game 1 has been bothering me since.
I just saw the screenshot of that shit. Like the score with like 51 seconds left.
We was up 14 with 2.5. And then one of my mans I seen on the train the other day, he played ball and he was just like, bro, you really could legit just hold the ball. You could legit hold the ball 8 times, 24-second violation, we would have won the game.
Yep. Facts.
It's crazy.
So somebody, my boy Dre at work, he was telling me, because I think I didn't tap in for game 3, and he was saying how y'all started coming back actually when Brunson wasn't on the floor. Brunson got in foul trouble early, so he's saying Brunson is good during this series specifically to come in later, like the fourth quarter, and then he gets his buckets. But throughout the course of the game, him holding the ball too long and giving it up with like 5-6 seconds left on the shot clock for somebody else to do something with it, it was like slowing up the momentum. How do you feel? What do you feel about that?
I agree. I actually agree. That's my man's. That's our captain. But it's how would you say? You gotta look at Tibbs too. But with Brunson, it's like he's gonna play hero ball. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get you them 30 points, 40 points. Some games will give you 10 assists. But it's like if you holding the ball for 17, 18 seconds, there's no motion. It's not fluid. So when he sits, now you're seeing McBride getting points. You're seeing Mikal getting some points. That one game, not to double back, but like you look at Boston.
Yeah.
When Brunson was sitting out, in that fourth quarter, Mikal had 14 points straight in the fourth quarter.
I was hoping that y'all was getting that version of Bridges anyway. That Brooklyn Bridges. When he first got to Brooklyn, bro, Mikal was going crazy. He was giving me like 30 a night when he first got to Brooklyn. But yeah, he fell off with it.
I think it's about just fitting in. Pause. So it's like
yeah.
I can pause on.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, we
But it's just like we got all these stars. You got to utilize them in the right way. You know what I'm saying? You know, back to game 1. It still haunts me to this day because the Knicks are nickel.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's the history of the Knicks, at least. Like, to be honest with you, I got all my teams from my pops except the Knicks. He was a Knicks fan, and I was just like, yo, I don't rock with them. I was like, I like San Antonio. So that's how that actually happened.
It was a great time to be a San Antonio fan. Back in 2014.
Oh yeah, that was my bro. That was my senior year. I was going crazy with my Spurs.
That's all the shit talking you could do. High school,
04, 05. We
was young though.
Yeah, we was young. That's when I really started rocking. I started rocking with them back in the day. When Manu Ginobili still had hair. Shout out to Manu though. That's my guy.
Nah, the originator of the Euro stuff.
You think you could take Manu 101?
Oh, yeah, I was waiting for the wacky ass questions.
If he was to come to SMBL League, shout out to the St. Matthews basketball.
Shout out to St. Matthews.
If he was to come to SMBL, you think
I can keep up a little bit. Not crazy. I ain't saying I gotta lock him up or nothing. I ain't ass now. I ain't a bitch.
Hey, yeah. Nah, Manu, yeah, he might average 40 in that shit though.
Oh my gosh.
Euro, y'all gonna hack him every Euro.
I'm gonna double team that motherfucker.
He gonna force the ball out there. He gonna make the appropriate pass every time too. You know, Manu.
And Tony Parker. Oh my gosh, y'all had a squad.
We did back in the day, man. Tony Parker, that's my guy, man. My favorite point guard. Not best point guard all the time, no. Get on here and start.
Yeah, favorite and best is two different
exactly.
things.
Favorite is two different. It is a different thing. That's my favorite PG.
Speaking of the Spurs, though, I like what y'all got though with Wemby and D Fox. Bro,
Who do you think we should take at number 2 or 3? Number 3.
What do I need?
I think we need.
I
want to go Ace. I don't want Dylan.
Ace.
We don't need Dylan. We don't need Dylan. The only thing we would do with Dylan is trade. We don't need.
Yeah, but you already got a point guard with Fox.
That's what I'm saying. Fox, Castle, like they both facilitators. And we'd be too little. We'd be too little if we. They're talking about getting Harper and trying to make all three work. They can't all work together. No. They're too little.
And you got to develop them too.
Correct. So Ace Bailey is the appropriate choice for the San Antonio Spurs to me. But we didn't talk about. We gotta get back into your series though. So, what's your prediction, man? What do you think the Knicks need to change to get it going?
So I got two predictions, right? I got a realistic prediction.
Okay.
And I got a Knicks fan. Mm-hmm. As a Knicks fan, you want to win it at 7, all 3 games in a row. But in reality, that's not going to happen. Going on statistics and how the Knicks are, we're going to win tomorrow, and then we're going to lose game 6. Now, the way that Boston series went, because I told people for a couple years now, I'm like, we could beat Boston. We build our team around Boston. So, like, I was saying Celtics in 5. Celtics in 6. So, for us to take the first 2, so that's why I'm just like, it don't sound crazy, Knicks in 7. It don't.
Nah, it don't. I would love to see it. I want that to go to 7, to be honest with you. That would be great. Yo, the city would be turned, everything would be, man, y'all already acting a fool.
I should buy a ticket tomorrow. That's my last Knicks game.
I just got an alert on game time that they're 50% lower, but I don't know what that is, probably from 1,500 to 750.
Basically.
Yeah, right.
Crazy. Now, we're going to the finals.
What's it, 2 reps?
Nah, word? If it was I'll pay a rack to go to the finals.
Yeah.
Just say I was there.
Nosebleeds, yeah.
I don't give a fuck, I'm in the building.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Doing this.
Yeah. Y'all gonna be in there with shiesties and butters. Y'all got smutty dancing and shit like that.
It's crazy.
Hey.
It's crazy.
So what do you think about this? I think Minnesota done up, man. SGA.
Oh, Ben said it was cooked.
Let's check that right now anyway.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, what's the score of the Oklahoma City Thunder game? Of course she doesn't answer me. Hey Siri, what's the score of the Oklahoma City Thunder game?
The Thunder are on top of
Belt
the
to ass.
45-20. With 6
yeah.
minutes left in the second quarter,
Yeah.
Game 5 of the
Hey,
conference finals.
shout out to Pat Mac, man. That's that Pat Mac. That Pat Mac.
I'm gonna need another one of these for myself.
Facts. This shit, it's decent, yo. Y'all need that. Tap in with me. I'll put you on with Pat Mac, man. I'll put you on with Pat Mac. That jungle juice, man. He got some tequila in it, he said.
That shit perfect for the summer.
That, yo, you know, I don't even rock with tequila, but I can drink this.
Yo, yeah.
Remember
is fruity, but it's good for the summer.
Remember last time I had this tequila shot? Hey.
Done up.
Yeah, we went to his birthday party in like Miami, and they gonna give me a shot of tequila. And I'll tell you, I can't stomach tequila. I take the shot, I run to the garbage can.
That was
all in the club. All in the club.
Cause I'm out here like a bitch, and then like 30 minutes later it was me. Yeah, I think that shit.
Hey, yo, facts. But yeah, so yeah, Oklahoma City Thunder, they going to the finals, bro. That's just it.
I said I knew these niggas was gonna get packed. Cause the way they moving, it's crazy.
The way they moving is crazy, but
I
their defense, bro. That defense, Lou Dort, Caruso, it was glued to Ant-Man. Like no bullshit. Ant-Man had to work just to bring the ball to court.
Pause. They do different bodies now.
Yes.
Too.
And they were bodying them up too. Yo, they talk about defense in the night. I just watched a clip of Michael Jordan playing that great defense against that great defense in the 90s, and he was literally just dribbling past people, walking by and laying the ball. Yeah, Caruso, Lou Dort, they was glued to.
I gotta find that clip. They showed it. Somebody broke it down. Where like, let's say you Jokic, right? You get the ball, so he'll do like a fake double team. So if I'm guarding, who's on that team? Let's say I'm guarding Murray, and Aaron Gordon, you want to throw it to Aaron Gordon. So I'll fake the double team to Jokic, but then double back. So by the time Jokic see the double, he's already gonna pass it. Caruso, boom, got the steal. So they do a fake double team. I'm like, nah, he's a dog.
Hey, we already know Caruso, dog. He done been there before. You feel me? The Lakers should never got rid of him, to be honest with you. But
never.
Then when there was being cheap. He's still.
Well, we started with the Lakers. They should have just ran it back with the squad they had that won the chip.
Yeah, the white JR. JR was watched though. JR ain't get no burn.
Nah, he was, but shout out to J.R. Smith though.
Yeah, shout out to JR Smith. I know that's one of my favorites too. That boy shot. That boy shot making his shot selection would be wild, but it'd be tough.
It goes in.
Facts. You can't argue with it. So shit, man. Let's talk about our WNBA for a little bit, man.
Okay, yeah.
So what you think about that Caitlin Clark foul on Angel Reese?
Basketball play on. That's it.
It is.
That's it.
They be blowing shit out of proportion.
That's why they rating us down. I'm trying to support. I love him. I've been watching the past 3-4 years.
Bro been 3 or 4 years and he the one to put me on. I'm a Chicago Sky fan. I've been
going up
for like 2 years now. It is going up. It is. The last 2 years, yeah, I've been going over there to the Barclays when Sky come to town.
I'll tell you right now, and I feel like I'm a little crazy. Get me now on this in October? I think of the season, something like that, September. I got MVP, Nafisa, MVP.
I can see that.
If Liberty don't go back to back, shout out to my Liberty.
Yeah, you talking about that Liberty that we came over here and gave belt to?
Oh, you talking about last year?
Last year.
They
ain't talking about this shit.
Niggas is talking about last year.
I know.
Wait till we see them.
Hey, speaking of that shit, that day when we lost to this Liberty last week, I got heckled by a random man on Wood Avenue. And I just wanted to let you know you could suck my dick. Whoever you like no bullshit, like whoever you was, you had a Tesla. A Caucasian male in a Tesla, you could suck my dick. You could really suck my dick.
You know what's crazy? When you told me that story, I thought of the video. We ever saw the video? The nigga walked past and was like, "This shit ain't level, nigga."
I was just minding my business, bro.
That's how it was. He was like, niggas is ass.
I hopped out the whip. I was going to like video supply store. I'm walking, chilling, you know. And then, bro, like, the Sky, fuck the Sky, they suck.
They drove off.
Yeah, I was like, what the?
This shit ain't level, nigga.
Yeah, and I had my Sky hoodie on too. That's alright, bro.
Nah, but yeah, man, I got FIFA MVP. I didn't really. I don't know about most improved. I didn't get that far yet. I gotta really watch more. I gotta watch more of the games.
Correct. I've been
locked in the playoffs. Yeah, I've been locked in the NBA playoffs.
After the NBA playoffs is over though, we're gonna get in with that.
Yeah. But if it ain't Liberty winning back to back, I think the Lynx.
Minnesota Lynx?
Yeah, because they was like one play away from winning the whole thing. And then like the FISA, I've been watching the Unrivaled. Watch that. I think it's in January. Shout out to Brianna Stewart and FISA Collier with that. She was balling. He was balling. So she just transition that to the WNBA, bro. Facts. She MVP. I'm calling it now.
Hey, we're gonna see. It's gonna be real interesting this season. I can't wait to really dive into it. I'm really waiting for NBA season to get over, but as soon as it's over, I'm diving full force. Because ain't nothing really going on. You know,
we gotta go to a game too.
We will. You know I will. I'm with it. You know I'm with that. Matter of fact, after this, as soon as we hang up this podcast, we're gonna tap in with that. We love that.
I need a Van Lift jersey.
Thanks.
Shout out to Van Lift. I love you.
So I'm gonna just hop on my little football wave right now. Yo, honestly, everybody, boxing is dry right now. Football dry. But there is one thing in football I did want to speak about. I wanted to speak about Cam Scatterbo, the running back that the Giants drafted in the third, getting the number 44, man. I don't know. Like, to me, Ahmad Bradshaw being one of my running backs, like my favorite running backs growing up, between him and Jacobs, I feel like 44 and 27, as specifically on the Giants, they're like giant legends. I'm not saying that they're like, the greatest players ever, but I really feel like those jerseys should be retired. But I would love to hear what they have to say. I know Brendan Jacobs was cool with Tyler Nubin and anybody else rocking the 27. I wonder how Ahmad Bradshaw feels like. I know that he's a sport and everything. He probably wants to see somebody else succeed. But really, I feel as though that jersey should be retired. Like, that's giant legend. These are New York Giant legends. If Ahmad Bradshaw wants to see this video, Ahmad Bradshaw, comment on this video and tell me how you feel about Scatterbo rocking that 4-4, man. Because you know that belongs to you. I'm not going to lie. But that's it, really. Football news. Football is dry right now. Baseball season's in full swing, but I don't be tapping on baseball like that. And boxing dead. We cover your Knicks. We covered the sky. We talk about your Liberty. Shit, man.
What about off season
Off-season football?
basketball?
Basketball.
I think I would like to see Giannis go to the Spurs. I don't think it's gonna happen. But just to have Wemby and Giannis is crazy.
So everybody told me, Isaac told me this on the podcast last week. I'm bugging. I don't want and I like Giannis. I'm a fan of Giannis. I don't want Giannis and Wemby because I feel like
That's too much.
I feel like Wemby would have to live on the outside. Like think like
Yeah,
Lopez right
that's what I
now,
was thinking too.
spotting up in the corner. Like, do I want Wemby to be delegated to spotting up in the corner so Giannis could work the paint? No, I don't want.
I think in reality, I think Giannis is going to the Knicks.
Yeah, he bought a house in New York. They said, which is crazy. That's a crazy leak, but hey, shit, man.
I heard somebody made a point with KD.
KD.
Yeah, I mean he gonna definitely be 2025, but he's gonna get on that older side. But
Yeah.
he compliments Brunson though.
He would.
You know what I'm saying?
That would go crazy. That would
It's
go crazy. That would be a crazy comment. That would be a crazy comment.
Giannis will work too, but is who we got to give up for, and then like some people got different intakes on it. Like I say, we keep OG. I say give up Mikal. Some people say the opposite. Mikal got more of a trade value than OG. So
I could see that. I could see more people wanting to go after Mikal Bridges than OG. But I think they're both valuable pieces to any team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would be.
But that's the thing. But Mikal, like, he'll give you the 30 to the 40. You won't get that 30 night from OG, but you know what you get on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying?
But Mikal, when he was in Phoenix, he was considered like a lockdown defender.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know what happened. I guess his offensive workload increased, so.
Yeah, you can't do. I mean, you can, but you're doing too much.
Right.
So something's going to lack. If you play too much deep ball,
Right.
then
Hey yo.
you're lacking on offense. If you're doing too much on offense, you're going to lack on defense.
Right. So, I got a little would you rather session we could do. NBA edition, basketball.
Okay.
Okay.
Your what would you rather do is be crazy like Javar's.
No,
Shout out to my brother Javar.
This basketball only, like it's not players. I did want to look for that, but
Yeah.
this is cool. I offer it. Would you rather airball a 3-pointer or miss a layup?
I do that. I play ball too. Airball 3-pointer.
You rather airball a 3?
Yeah, because it happens. Sometimes you on, sometimes you shoot a little too much. But that layup is like you gotta make those. You gotta make those.
Facts. Me personally, it depends where the layup is. Because if it's a fast break open, that's bad. But if it's like I'm trying to lay a big man and up and under, just like if I blow.
Well, it depends on the situation. Yeah.
Right. So it does. But airballing a 3.
No, because you
Well,
get
if it got tipped.
But there's not really
that's a block.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So
You just, I guess it's a mentality thing, you know. But, cause it could go either way. You airball, boo, this motherfucker airball. But then if you miss a layup, it's like, nah, nigga, you super ass, cause you right there. How the fuck you missed that point blank range? You know what I'm saying? So it can go either way.
True.
I go with 3-pointer.
Alright, here another one. Would you rather get posterized by or get your ankles broken? Like touch earth, like like Chris Paul, like Steph did to Chris Paul that time when he was playing Twister and shit.
Nah, you know what's crazy? Nah, I was thinking myself. I would say that's a good question. And the funny part, motherfuckers had talked about this.
We talk about this shit all
Back
day.
time, you really, man.
Me personally,
I would say the I'd rather be posterized.
I would say posterized too. But if you know me and you ever hoop with me in Broadway YMCA or anything, you know damn well I'm not letting you dunk on me. You gonna get your legs taken out. So you might as well not even try.
But you can't do that on the ground when niggas cross you. That's the thing.
Exactly. You beat when you got your shit crossed.
Because think about this, right? Like scenarios, right? Imagine you doing help defense. That's what happened to me. I did help defense. I ain't get posterized, Paul. I did help defense. Boom. My son Wayne, shout out to Wayne. Boom. Fell on the floor. They called it 5. He scored. I'm like, it could have been different. I could have just did this. I would have got the charge. But I had my hand up. Right. So I did what I needed to do to get to my spot to stop hitting.
Correct.
But when you on 1-on-1, And you touch Earth, niggas cooked you. You know what I'm saying? You got cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like on some one-on-one. At least you got helped and you got dunked. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather get posterized.
So if you touch Earth and they blow the layup or shot, it almost doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
But you still touch Earth. It's like, you're right, because they make you touch Earth and they hit the shot, miss. But if they shot and they make it go in, it's go crazy.
You're done. Especially at SMBL, you on camera with that, bro.
Yo,
they got the footage.
Shout out to Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff, man. Alright, another would you rather. Would you rather be loyal to a team but never win an NBA championship, or be hated on for not being loyal but win 3 rings? Hey, how I feel?
Jesse, why you gotta do KD like that?
Yeah.
You see how he?
I didn't even make this. So you look.
Yo.
I didn't make this. This is a website.
That's crazy.
Exactly. I didn't even make it.
But they was coming for KD though.
They got a little picture. Look at the
That was KD.
Hey, yo, why they got
Russ? Oh my God, I wish I could see this.
Russ? Oh nah, yeah, it's over. He was close this year.
Oh man, it depends on your personality.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying KD not a loyal nigga, but how he was moving ain't really loyal.
So I'm gonna say this like you know our man's move. We said this, man. Sometimes you drop 40 and lose, but you drop 40 though.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Watch semis. Shout out to Thomas. That nigga's nice. The nigga had 25 points. Mind we cooked them. Shout out to Joe. We cooked your team the first time.
Talk about my boy Robo Joe.
Robo Joe.
Shout out Robo Joe, man.
Thomas had 25 last week. But guess what? The niggas lost.
Yeah.
The niggas went to Cancun. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But like I said, you could be loyal to the team and not get accolades. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be remembered.
That's
you know what I'm saying? As opposed, they gonna remember KD. He gonna get it one way or another.
No matter what. So he did. So what you're saying, he didn't have to do that.
He ain't happy.
He didn't have to. He wanted
It's tough. They should never lost that 3-1 lead. But that's a whole other story.
Oh, you good?
Oh yeah, hey, that's yours. I want to kill
it. You kill it. You good. Shout out to Pat Mack. Like once again.
Shout out to Pat Mack.
So
again.
Yeah. Hey yo.
Well, if I had to pick, damn.
You lose with us. You twisted this one with no love.
Great.
This is a tough.
It's a tough one because it's like the goal is to reach these accolades and get the chip.
Correct.
But it's like as human beings and moral code, as men, you want to be loyal and stick to something. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest with you. Be like, yeah, I talk shit about KD, but these organizations, whatever you want to call them, they don't give a fuck about you. You're like you do what's in your best interest. Even in these jobs, you feel me? Like you in your jobs, whatever. The job itself, they don't give a fuck about you. You're just a number. So you got to do what's in your best interest. I talk shit about KD because I didn't like what he did, but I only didn't like what he did because I felt like it just made the game like fake. Like, all right, look, you got KD and Steph. You add KD to a team that just went 73-9. Come on, imagine if Brown would have did that. Cause y'all
hated that nigga forever. They already hate the nigga now.
They already hate Brown. If Brown would have did it, you feel me? That's my only issue.
My favorite.
But to be honest, KD did what was in his best interest, and I'm never going to knock another man for doing what's in his best interest. That's just it.
Yeah, like that. They got the same, man. Little homie, get yours.
Hey, facts. That's it.
That's it, man. I'm leave it with that.
Alright, so would you rather never win a championship, Charles Barkley, but get $30 million a year, or win 5 NBA championships, Robert Ory, but only get $3 million a year?
I already know I'm picking 5. Because like I said, you start realizing, well, that's the thing, right? You got to lay the black and white. Are you doing it for the money, or are you doing it for like the accolades?
So 95% of the dudes in the league, they weren't doing it for the money. Like they loved the game. So
I'm gonna do the 5 NBA.
Me too. Cause look, $3 million, I'll be good too. I'll be good. You invest on that.
Tell people I ain't supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? So for me to get $3 million a year, nigga, I'm up.
Facts. But
30 million.
I will tell you, if I got 30 million a year, yo, you see the most ignorant dude you ever seen in your life, bro. I'll be in here with a drunken sports chain, bro. I still.
Yo, wait.
I go to Johnny Depp.
Right there, that should be $3 million. Right there. That should be $3 million right there.
Hey, yo, I'll be on board.
$3 million, man. You gotta make $3 million stretch. It's crazy.
Yeah,
we
we
make
gonna have other things.
You invest in stuff, yeah.
Investments, you got endorsements. You don't even gotta really live off that. You get something. So, all right, we with that.
And they're not even talking about your stats. They're just saying win 5 of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you said you could be averaging 3 points a game.
Yo, for real. Well, you average 30.
Yeah.
You got 5 chips.
Yeah. Would you rather NBA edition? This is outdated. But I'll go with this one. Would you rather? This is so easy. Dikembe Mutombo or Hakeem Olajuwon?
Is that the stats and stuff?
Yeah, they got stats. It won't move pull it up. But it doesn't matter. I'm going Hakeem Olajuwon. Mutombo not like that.
Oh, yeah, he done. His defense is tough, but nah, Hakeem.
MVP D Rose or MVP Russ? That's tough. That's tough.
I'm a D Rose fan, so I'm gonna go D Rose.
I'm a D Rose fan too.
I'm gonna stick with D Rose.
But MVP Russ was averaging a triple double.
So like this, boom, right? The how would you say? The right answer would be Russ.
Yeah.
But my answer
is D Rose. I could respect that. I could respect that. Magic Johnson or Steph? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even recency biased. Steph definitely. I'm taking Steph over Magic. Magic can't even space the floor. Magic is running downhill, assisting the ball with flashy passes.
You know what it is? Not to cut you off. It's dependent on the time.
And your roster, what the roster you have around him.
But then it's like he's not getting those. He can, but he's not getting those assist numbers like Magic. But that nigga's a shooter though.
But if you put Magic, let's build a lineup, right? Real quick.
Magic locking up stuff.
Put Magic at the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons at the 2. Put let me think a legendary 3 small forward.
Put T-Mac.
Okay, we'll put T-Mac there.
Sure, T-Mac.
At the 4 we put Karl Malone, and at the 5 we put Shaquille O'Neal. That spacing on that team is absolute dog shit. Absolute. Besides T-Mac, you got Karl Malone and Shaq living in the.
Magic gonna be wild though. His assist.
You think so? They'll just cut the pick. Like they built the wall.
Nah, you're right. Cause I seen that shit yesterday in my game.
Yo, that's it. Just pack the paint. Oh, everybody, all 5 bodies in the paint at all times. At least 4, minimum 4. 4 bodies in the paint.
T-Mac gonna win.
Yeah, because T-Mac, whoever.
You know what spread? Pause. You know what space the floor is his shooting.
Steph.
Yeah, I mean that's how I would pick.
I'm taking. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking Steph because that shit.
I was gonna pick Steph. Shout out to Magic, but
what do they even call that shit? They call it something where it's not even like him shooting the ball. It's the like. Yeah, like a magnet. Like
yeah, so you touch the. I know you touch the ball. Yeah,
draws everything to you. All eyes on you because I can't think of the word.
Damn, y'all lucky you ain't got no updated ones.
I know, right? Shaq and Wilt. That's a tough one because it depends what you're looking for. Wilt scored 100 points in the fucking game. Like we're not gonna sit here and violate.
But that's tough. Not even hold.
100.
Nigga, how about one season the nigga averaged 50? Bro, what do you mean? Nigga, 100, that's tough.
Drop 100
but averaging like 40, 50 a season?
Averaging 30 rebounds for a whole season. 50 points in 30.
Man, give me Wilt Chamberlain, bro. Shout out to Shaq.
I say give me Wilt too. But
Wilt hitting free throws. You can hack a Shaq all day. When you found out where niggas is going.
Thanks.
But nah, he's one of the most dominant things we ever seen.
Shaq, bro, yo. Especially when he put on that weight in LA. 1 dribble, 2 dribble, dunk. Yeah. And you couldn't even stop it. Oh. See, this one I'm biased.
That's my favorite point guard.
That's my favorite point guard.
John Stockton. Boom.
No.
You like Rondo?
Yeah.
John Stockton going to work.
Playoff Rondo. Realistically, I'm picking John Stockton over Rondo. But as far as favoritism goes, I'm picking Rondo.
Rondo's nice, but bro, all I gotta say is Stockton. Look, nobody is touching this man's assist and steals.
Russ ain't touch it?
Nobody. Chris Paul can't touch it. Chris Paul's number 2.
Hey, yo.
Look at Go to the thing. Check how many who got the top assists and steals of all time. This nigga like 3,000. Chris Paul like 2,000. And Chris Paul done. Like niggas is not touching his assists and steals. John Stockton was a fucking problem. I'm telling you.
15,806. So Chris Paul not even close.
That's what I'm saying. Not even, put the phone back there. It's not even close. That's why you said Rob was tough because we seen it.
We seen it, yeah.
But I'm telling you, about stats wise, and from a couple games I used to watch,
bro, he like
these niggas tough.
Didn't he like he working like fucking PSC&G or deliver a mail outside?
Average 15 assists a game. Crazy.
Playoff Rondo though. Shout out to Playoff Rondo, my boy Rondo. This is disrespectful. I can't even pick out of these two. They said Clint Capella or Steven Adams.
You know why that one's difficult? Because I know what Clint could do when he was on my son Harden in Houston. But then Adams is just a dog, son. Like he's a fucking he-man.
I think you could beat him 1-on-1 in basketball.
I heard you could.
Well, Steven Adams 1-on-1?
Yeah,
you
too slow. Right now.
Too slow.
Probably Steven Adams.
Yeah.
Steven Adams. Yeah.
I don't know. They both.
You can't go wrong with either.
Clint don't excite me no more. No homo. I said no homo. Chill.
I know.
Steven Adams, I just need him to set screens all day. That's it.
Nah, but niggas like he'll just stop a grown ass man just like that. Like he don't even gotta move. Like you know that's.
Oh, now it's getting more interesting. We're gonna run through a couple more of these and then we're gonna wrap this up though. Cause let me see. Where we at right now? We are at 31 minutes. Okay. D Wade or Allen Iverson? Who would you rather? That's interesting. As somebody who grew up and watched both, I'm personally going with D Wade.
Same.
But I have a beef. I have a vendetta against AI. Fuck you, AI. By the way.
Oh, that's crazy.
No. Let me tell you. Everybody listen to this, right? This is my Allen Iverson story, right? So my mom, you feel me? She always was supportive of my sports goals and shit. Which is why, I don't know, I really loved sports since a kid. So I went to an NBA basketball camp in the Poconos. It was for the Philadelphia 76ers. With that camp, we get 2 practices and 2 games. Tickets. I go to the practice. I literally go up to damn near everybody. I go up to AI first, obviously. But I have my little Sharpie. Hey, AI, can I get your autograph? Bro looked at me. He sucked his teeth. He was actually at practice that day, which is fucking crazy. I didn't even know he was going to practice. Nigga, like, you did all that bitching about going to practice and you was at practice. So I go up to him first. I asked him, he sucked his teeth, bro. And mind you, I was young, bro. I was like, I had to be maybe 7. Sucked his teeth and walked away. Ever since then,
he was mad. He was at practice.
Ever since then, it's fucking yeah. When I tell you, Kyle Korver, he was like a rookie. He gave me his autograph. Samuel Dallenberg, Chris Webber had a broken arm. He had his arm in a cast and still gave me an autograph.
That's love.
Facts. Even though he tried to bang my mom, fuck out of here. But Chris Webber got.
I would have sold my mother off. You bugging?
yeah. He was Chris Webber, Samuel Dallenberg, Aaron McKee, Andre Iguodala. All of these people on that, I got everybody's autograph. Shout out to everybody else on that team.
Wait. So you got everybody's autograph and you mad at one nigga?
Who was the one nigga, Rob?
Allen Iverson.
Okay, don't you say that.
Nah, you know what it is? I'm not thinking about it now because I was a huge AI fan.
I was too. I had extra wear sleeves.
I had the sneakers, the jersey, the headband, the wristbands.
Facts.
Bro. So I think what it is, like, just even with this topic, not to dwell off of it, but it's important. You know, just watching this podcast, and there's all seriousness to it. But it's like these are the things that make us want to do sports. So we looked up to Allen Iverson. So for him to not do that, it could really fuck up.
Bro, I was
I can imagine because you're like, yeah, cool, I got this person.
I popped it up. I went to him first.
Yeah.
But then everybody else giving me it made it better. But I still remember that shit. Like,
but he was him, and for him to not do it is like, what? Everybody else did, but you him.
Right.
And as a kid, that's Superman.
Facts.
So yeah,
I feel you. I wasn't rocking with him. If anybody I do rock with, even though Don't get me wrong, his sneakers is only $15, but
Stephon Marbury.
Stephon Marbury, he gave my cousin love.
Shout out to Steph.
Shout out to Stephon Marbury, man. I ain't gonna lie. And Sebastian Tuffy, your cousin. Y'all both
That
know.
nigga.
But my cousin, you know, I told you all my family in New York. So my aunt was at some type of restaurant and she seen Marbury and so I got to chatting him up. She didn't even know who he was. So then she you know, my son, whatever. Oh, he's a big fan of you. I heard your name before. And he's like, oh really? Bro autographed like about maybe 8 to 10 pairs of the Marburys, Starberries, and sent them to the crib for my cousin.
That's tough.
So, and my cousin, I was still trying to hike on him. I tried to flip him. But he'd be like, no, I don't give a fuck. Stephon Marbury gave me this. So like, what do you want me to do? You was going to say no?
Nigga, what?
You know her sister was.
They did me solids though back in the day. But at least when they get signed, you gotta put 1 or 2 up.
Yeah, he was rocking them to that. We used to hoop at this place called the Hudson Guild. Bro was rocking that shit at the Guild.
I would've wore one and flexed on it. Like, yo, you see this? This nigga signed. Hey, Starberries, but son signed. You know what I'm saying? The others sitting on ice. You know. But
yeah, remember the Al Harrington proteges? Those look better than Starberries to me. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, they did. I just never owned a pair.
I never owned a pair either. My mom bought me some Starberries. Mom, you bought me some.
Shout out to my cousin Ellie. I was got off the phone before I came here. He gave me all his sneakers when I was a kid.
Word.
It was like some hand-me-down shit. But I had Jordan 3s, Cement 3s, Laney 5s, Metallic 5s, Fire Red 5s, UNC 15s. Like,
Speaking of that, yo, I forgot the name of these Nikes that my cousin had he gave me some hand-me-down shit too. When I was a kid, they had 2 straps on them. It was 2 straps like this. Damn, bro, what was they called? They was fire back then. Like New York
Nike?
back then, it was Nike, and they had 2 straps, but the straps, it was basketball sneakers. The straps went across, and they were, man, when I found that shit, I was saying to
like
you.
a crisscross?
It looked like this. Look at this design right here, like a door, like a door with like an oval at the top.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 straps that went across the shoe. There was some Nike.
Type in Air Max.
Not Air Max.
I mean, they're Nike Air Raids. It's probably the Air Raids.
Nah. When I hear it, I
Probably
know it. No.
No.
Bro, when I see that shit, you know that, oh yeah. New York, they was really rocking these guys.
Speaking of straps, and Bug Buddies come out at the end of the year, November.
Oh, the 8s?
8s, yeah, I might have to get those. Just like. No, I might pick up a used pair of those with them for like outdoor ball.
Yeah.
I had a pair, this just got stolen back in Roy Middle.
Hey, yo.
Sick, bro.
It might have been me.
That's crazy. I had it in Eddie's locker. I had like 3 lockers. When I came down, it just was gone.
Yeah. That's OD. I'm getting tight right now. I don't know what to.
But you'll remember it later or tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll text it to you if anything. You know. I might ask my cousin.
But yeah, same thing. I'm picking Wade. I love AI for what he did for the culture, what he did for my childhood. But if you're talking about statistical, like we talking about stats and who you want in your team, go pick Wade.
Yeah.
One of the best shot blockers as a guard. Got 3 chips. 10, 12 time All-Star, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, he's that nigga.
And he won a chip, what, 2nd, 3rd year? D-Wade?
3rd year.
3rd year.
With Shaq, 06, yeah.
With older Shaq.
06, yeah. It was him. Who else was there? Udonis Haslem.
Udonis Haslem. Antoine Walker.
Antoine Walker.
Who was the point guard?
This against the Mavs,
What,
bro.
Mike Miller? Mike Miller might have been PG.
Word? It might have been.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's not more.
This was against the Mavs, right?
Yeah. Wait. 06.
I'm bugging. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm mad I remember that.
I remember that shit too. But here's a good one. You ready for this? That's booty. That's disrespectful. But this one is Boogie Cousins versus AD. And you know they was teammates. And that was the ideal combination of 2 big men.
10 towers.
Yo, them 2 together was fun.
That was like the last of a good ever.
Yeah.
Bigs.
Facts.
And Boogie would hit the midi.
And the Tracy too when he's on.
Pause. Boogie's more solid. I paused it.
Yep.
But I think on a skill set wise, AD, like the three, the footwork,
Yeah.
I'll go AD. I like Boogie, but I'll go AD.
See, this one I let my bias get in the way, but I'm gonna go AD. AD is the better player.
Like we want Boogie.
We do. I like Boogie. I like Boogie more. Plus Boogie talk reckless. Like, you know, Boogie reminds me of myself.
Yo,
I
we
like
want Boogie, but
I like talking about shit like
it's
that.
definitely AD.
Facts. Well, this one is the most disrespectful one ever to me.
Wait, there's more disrespect?
This is the last one. This is disrespectful. That's why I skipped
more
over.
disrespect?
Paul George or Jimmy Butler. Hell no.
The problem is the
Hell
problem. See, niggas is thinking about today. Playoff P, that nigga was different.
Pandemic P?
Bro, this nigga, yo.
You just talking about that first series when I was like a freshman in high school.
That
With the
Pacers series
Pacers?
with the
Yeah.
Heat.
Yeah,
That shit was
that's what I'm
crazy.
talking about. 2011.
If LeBron wasn't there, he even said, I don't know what he thought he was thinking. He said LeBron wasn't there. It's like saying that Michael Jordan wasn't there, nigga.
Uh-huh.
So how about like as a fan, I'm going with Jimmy because
Okay.
I like he's a dog. He don't take shit for nobody. He get busy. But then like Paul George is like he was just that nigga back in the day. Even with OKC. Once he went to the Clippers, he just fell apart.
So I gotta rock with Jimmy too. It's not even it's not, to me it's not even close. P before, like you said, since he got to the Clippers he's falling apart. But we're gonna take the smaller sample size of OKC. Well, first of all, OKC,
this how you
that's
gotta,
a bad shot.
No. So this how you gotta do it. You gotta take their primes. Take Jimmy Butler's prime with Paul George's prime.
So I would say Jimmy's at the tail end of his prime right now. Jimmy's prime was longer than Paul George's.
I don't know.
Because Jimmy started his prime in Chicago. Like right after D Rose injury, right? That's when Jimmy started being him?
Towards the end.
Yeah.
And then he went to
So we talking about what?
He went to
Minnesota, told Cat all of them, y'all soft as hell.
That's the real nigga right
with the second team, then go to Philly to buy shirts over me.
Yo, y'all wild for that. Wild for that.
That is really that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're gonna stop disrespecting Jimmy.
Oh my! What kills me sometimes, Joe, is like you be watching this shit and you be like, I'll do a better job than the fucking GM or the owner.
I can see that. Especially when you out here choosing Tobias Harris over me. It's crazy.
Like, and I'm not knocking Tobias Harris. Like, he did good.
He did good this last season.
Yeah. Detroit, he did great.
But when he was getting that back in Philly, he wasn't shit.
Nigga had 0.
And
oh my god.
That's my
nigga
man.
doing cardio.
That's my little man. You feel me? I'm gonna put my little picture with my little bro. You feel me? I had to son my little son at the Mets game one day. But you know, it's all good. It's Tobias. Shout out to Tobias, bro. You asked, but shout out to you.
I think why it would be Paul George is because of the impact. Like a lot of YNs today, like they play style, they play type they look up to is Paul George.
So if I go to LA Fitness, I'm gonna see niggas hooping like Paul. You're right about that.
Yeah,
niggas don't hoop like Jimmy,
Paul.
but Jimmy a dog. Like
here's the thing though,
it's
Joe, it's 2025. These niggas are soft, and they just want to shoot threes and do ISO ball. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't want to play defense.
Correct.
Or they scared to play defense. So I'm not saying Paul George don't play defense. He do, but they not playing Jimmy Butler defense.
Jimmy Butler plays defense.
So and if I had to pick, like I say, Paul George, but we all want Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy is empathy. Jimmy, I really wanted to go further in the West this year.
Bro, just I hate the words out. Fuck him. So I'm sorry. But what he did last year, bro, with the Heat was phenomenal.
Yeah.
To go play in all the way to the Eastern Conference. Conference Finals, bro. That's fucking nuts. That's like the Knicks going 8th, 99.
The bubble they went to the finals, right? The bubble they went to the finals?
Yeah. Against the Lakers.
Yeah.
It's like, and then my thing is, as an organization, like I said, we don't know two sides of it's two sides. Nothing. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. It's two sides to the story. But it's like, why y'all didn't build people around Jimmy Butler?
Well, they tried. They had a core. Everybody just fell off. As far as the Duncan Robinsons, which is like he was kicking up in 2020.
He was wild.
Duncan Robinson was like that. Now he has. Tyler Hero, he's still solid. I feel like Tyler Hero really came to form once Jimmy's gone because now he's the primary, like the sole option.
He's him. Yeah. But it's like you gotta throw. Tyler Hero's a star. People don't want to accept that Jimmy Butler is a superstar. You got to compliment him with another superstar.
That's because I feel like Jimmy, and not even, this is not no racism, but Jimmy is only not a superstar because he doesn't want to be a superstar. Like, if that makes sense. Jimmy is also, I just come here, do my job, and I go home. Bro, don't really, all the theatrics, granted, getting his way out of Miami, that was a little theatrics and shit, but
of course,
for the most part, he just hoop and be out the way. He don't be doing too much in interviews. He don't got a lot of sponsorships. Like, I don't be seeing Jimmy on commercials.
Nah.
Like, you know, so
I
Jimmy,
see him on a plane with cowboy music, but
yeah.
But yeah, you know.
Word. Shit, bro. We about to. Shit, bro. We about to wrap this up basically, bro. We got everything. We touched on everything. And Drunk3n Sports episode 5.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you, Joe.
Yo, I appreciate you pulling up, my boy.
Anytime. You need somebody talk about sports, you know I'm here.
Yeah.
I mean, I make most sense about things. I'm logical. You know.
I can say that. Out of all these Knicks fans, I think he's the one.
I was bugging, man. That Boston series still got me fucked up. Like I thought we was gonna at least lose 2, win the 2, and probably take 1 or something.
Now when y'all went up 2, I said they got it. They got this.
We got it, but that's what I'm saying. So it's the same thing. So if we got it now, Pacers up 2 at ours, we lost.
We didn't even speak on them. Yo.
Oh fuck Halliburton.
I was tweaking.
Fuck the Pacers. I stand on that.
I was tweaking like, and now this is a bad take. This is my first bad take on this channel. I was saying Hallie was overrated. Like,
he was
the beginning of the playoffs. Like, I'm like, Hallie, y'all be gassing him like.
You know why he not overrated?
Why?
Cause niggas forgot Halliburton on the Kings. That nigga was tough on the Kings. I never had a problem.
A year or 2, and then they tossed him out.
Like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And then he got tossed. Pause. But he was tough. I think as a New Yorker or going to get, because now we got rivalry with Payton. We never had rivalry with the Kings. You know what I'm saying? So now looking at it differently is, man, fuck this nigga. He's, you know, you know what I'm saying? So, but I give credit where credit due. I never said he was overrated, but some of his shit, I'd be like, nah, nigga, you wasn't supposed to make that.
That game winner, that
bro,
that shit was worse than. I think that was worse than Kawhi shit.
Bro, it was a magnet. It was a fucking magnet. There's no way the shit goes left and bounce right and go straight in. There's no fucking way. Because but here's the thing. When I tell people in my league, I tell people just in general, we did that to ourselves. Even if the shot went in, we should have never got in that position for it to happen. Up 14 with 2.5 minutes.
Correct.
So you deserve to lose that game.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, but
I don't know. I love my Knicks, but I think Pacers in 6, and then OKC in 6.
OKC in 5.
OKC in 5 tonight.
No,
sorry, Ant-Man.
They're giving Pacers. They're gonna give the Pacers. If that is the series, I'm more worried about the Knicks than the Celtics. Than the Pacers.
Matter of fact, like if I do my research, you could really, if you really think about it, you could put Caruso on Halliburton. Lock that nigga up, bro.
Whoever else.
Whoever, yeah, you could really get OKC in 5. You could probably get OKC in 5.
I really believe it. And hey, listen, I'm telling you now. When the OKC Thunder go to the finals and Shea wins MVP of the finals, I will come in here. I'm coming out here with a black and mild, a Henny bottle, and a goat mask with a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander jersey on, like Shannon Sharp did. Just so y'all know.
With the Henny.
Goat Shea. He gonna be chugging Henny out the bottle, straight out the bottle, with his jersey on and a mouth.
That's my nigga, Shea. Shout out that aura.
Facts. Shout out to Canada too, man. My boy Prince.
We gotta go back. Yeah, shout out to Prince. We're gonna be back soon, bro.
Shout out to my boy Prince and all my peoples up there and yeah. I was out there like, yo, you know Drake, bro? You know Drake? Niggas, yeah. I'm from Canada, eh?
I'm from Toronto, eh?
Yeah, I'm from Canada, eh? Toronto, eh? I'm from, I was like, yo, you from Mississauga. How'd you know, eh? Yeah, I'm from Mississauga.
Like, what Shavy saying? You guys see the clip where he did with Cat? He was like, oh, you a big troller. You a big troller, eh? Yeah. he was like, I'm gonna send it to you.
I gotta see that.
He was like, so Cat starts laughing. This is the All-Star game. Cat started laughing. He was like, Shay Gilligan on the line. And the Cat was like, that wasn't me.
You gotta do this. You gotta do this just for the culture.
Oh my God.
Ready? Cause I watched like 30 minutes of this shit yesterday. Do your best, zesty, Carl Anthony Towns impression.
I'll set myself up for that one. After all that,
yo, Cat, he tweaking, bro. He funny as hell. Hey, shout out to Jersey, though. He from Jersey. He be playing. I know he not zest. I know he not. Like anybody
he up right now.
that,
He up right now.
facts. Anybody that really believe that he's zest though, y'all go fuck him. Get on that shit. We know Cat be playing, but
That's crazy.
he's after all
that.
You saw that video, right? All those Knicks fans, they was like,
Yo, yeah. Bro, they did a Jalen Brunson, best Jalen Brunson impression. And across the street,
what is that?
by the Monahan steps.
What is his best? What is his impression?
No, like people dressed up as Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
And with the braids and all that. Which one like looked like him, one like sound like him. I gotta send you that. That was like 2 days ago.
Or
I think it was.
facts.
Yeah, man. Yo, Joe, thank you for having me on the podcast.
Man, I appreciate you popping out, man. My boy Rob, man. You know we've been locked in for many years now.
Big Knicks.
Big Nick, not the little one. Nick.
We hope Knicks in 7.
Knicks in 7.
As a fan, but being realistic, Pacers in 6.
I don't like the Pacers. I ain't gonna fuck with you. I don't fuck with the Pacers. But hey,
Fuck the Pacers.
we gonna end this video.
Fuck Reggie Miller.
Fuck AI. Fuck Reggie Miller.
Fuck AI's great.
AI, you can suck my dick. You a bitch. I'll cut your braids off. Oh, you already did that because you a bitch.
Yo, let's see another podcast and fuck this podcast. And you call me a bitch.
Fuck Reggie.